Hi there, everybody. I'm Bill, and I am an FMG, that is foreign medical graduate living in Poland. I recently completed the most important exam for foreign medical graduates to acquire a medical license to practice medicine in Poland. Okay, so let's take a look at the term FMG, right? Who is considered a foreign medical graduate in Poland, right? So if you acquired your medical degree from outside the European Union and you want to practice medicine in Poland, you would be considered a foreign medical graduate. Hence, you would have to take a series of exams, with the most important exam being the notification exam. I mean, obviously, in order to be able to take the notification exam, you need to have some pretty decent knowledge of Polish language, right? Now, the reason for starting this channel is to be able to share information on going through the process with you. Now, in as much as there's a lot of information out there on how to, acquire your medical license to practice medicine in Poland as a foreign medical graduate, most of the information are in Polish language or in Russian language. The reason being is that most of the foreign doctors that you would meet in Poland are from Ukraine or Belarus. Even from Russia, I wouldn't say there's a lot of Russian speaking doctor. I mean, Russian doctors in Poland. So mostly Ukrainians or Belarusian. And the reason is very simple. They are geographically closer to Poland, and the language is very similar. So, with that said, there's not a lot of English speaking doctors like me in Poland, right? So, we are statistically negligible, right? We are like complete outliers. So, a little bit about my background. Originally from Ghana, in West Africa. I went to medical school in Russia, and after my medical school, I moved to Poland, right? So, in my case, learning the Polish language was quite easier because I spoke pretty decent Russian. 6 years of medical school was in Russian, right? I went to university which had no programs in English language. I mean, in Russia, it's possible to study medicine in English, but it's very limited to specific cities such as St. Petersburg or Moscow. So during my first year in Russia, I had to go through what it's called подготовительный курс, okay, which translates into English as preparation course. And I had to do 1 year of intensive Russian language. So learning Polish was quite sort of easier, not so easier, but knowing a little bit of Russian gives you some advantage. And to be honest with you, Polish language is way difficult as compared to Russian language. If you've ever heard Polish speech, you hear all the shit and all this kind of thing. Very, very tough language. So I do understand the difficulties in learning Polish language. It takes a while to be able to grasp the language, and that's absolutely fine. So, as I said earlier, most of the information out there for foreign medical graduates are probably going to be in Russian language or in Polish language, obviously. So, for me, it was very easy to understand how to navigate through the process. I subscribed to all these Telegram groups, which was predominantly foreign doctors from Ukraine and Belarus sharing their experience with the whole process, what to do, what documents you need to gather, which universities you can take the exam, the notification exam, the language exam, medical language specifically. I was able to get access to all these information. So, what I'm planning to do with this channel is to sort of convey the most important information to you as a foreign medical graduate in order to um, go through the process successfully without having to go through all the hassles that I had to go through. So, yeah, that's the whole idea of the channel. So, I'm going to be guiding you through the process. The first thing we're going to be talking about in the near future is the language, right? Because that is the most important thing. You are going to practice medicine in Poland, hence, you have to speak Polish. There is no chance or option to practice medicine in Poland in English language. It's impossible, right? All the exams are going to be in Polish language, all the documentations are going to be in Polish language. So, the most important thing that you want to concentrate on at this point is the language. So, in subsequent video, I'm going to share my experience on learning the Polish language with you.